Right now at 6, Democratic presidential hopeful Bernie Sanders speaking in Madison. We'll have a live look at the campaign stop.
And Madison police say two 15-year-olds have been arrested after a sexual assault at East High School.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Service across the area has been restored to TDS customers, including calls to 911.
A spokesperson for TDS says everyone should be able to make local and long-distance calls again. The service was down for a few hours this afternoon after an issue with AT&T. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is in Madison right now. He is speaking at James Madison Park.
Today's event kicks off a weekend trip for Sanders, making additional stops in Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Senator Sanders won Wisconsin by 13 points in the Democratic primary 3 years ago and has been a frequent visitor since losing the nomination to Hillary Clinton. According to the latest Marquette Law School poll released just this week, Senator Sanders and former Vice President Joe Biden lead the field of Democratic candidates for president in Wisconsin. We are streaming the entire speech on our website, channel3000.com. And it is a chilly evening for the senator and his supporters. Let's check in for your first alert forecast with meteorologist Dave Caulfield.
Yeah, Charlotte, especially with those gusty winds, it's felt like the 20s and 30s across southern Wisconsin today. The clouds have been stubborn pretty much the entire day. A few flurries not out of the question this evening, but really not impacting our weather in a major way. Any real snowflakes, so to speak, are staying to the north and west. Still cloudy skies in the WISC-TV Skycam overlooking Madison. Temperatures are still in the upper 30s in Madison, close to 40 in Watertown, 43 in Janesville, and a little bit colder farther to the north and west. But with those winds out of the south and west at about 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting closer to 35 miles per hour in Madison, it feels like the upper 20s in some spots. Day planner as we head into tomorrow, starting off near 30 degrees. We will see a little bit more sunshine come our way by the afternoon hours, which is good news. But then more chilly weather on the way Sunday with some rain and snow showers possibly in the cards. We'll talk about that in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Dave, thank you. Two 15-year-old boys have been arrested for an alleged sexual assault that happened at Madison East High School this week. Our Amanda Quintana joins us now with the very latest. Amanda?
Yes, well, that second boy was arrested by a school resource officer this morning. The sexual assault allegedly happened on Wednesday after school at about 4 o'clock in a bathroom on campus. The 15-year-old girl told the resource officer about this on Thursday. The first suspect was arrested that night. Both boys are facing charges for second-degree assault of a child. The principal sent out a letter to parents saying the school is fully supporting the victim, but parents I spoke to today believe the school needs to do more than discipline the boys to solve this problem.
I imagine that it was a thing that could happen to anybody, but you hope it doesn't happen to your kid, and you hope that the school recognizes that something is horribly wrong.
As I know my daughter, she's okay, but we worry for the other kids too, right? Because I know fathers and mothers, we worry every day.
Parents say this is not the only issue in the school. Some are planning to meet with the principal to see what more can be done to keep their kids safe at school. The Madison Police Department said this case is too sensitive for them to talk about just yet, since it is still under investigation.
Amanda, thank you. The father of a 17-year-old who was missing since November made his initial appearance in court today. Nick Batchelder was charged with interference with child custody and resisting or obstructing an officer. Kirsten Duarte was found safe last night after going missing on November 1st. He was taking care of her despite Kirsten's mother having full custody of her. He is due back in court next month.
Two men are in the Dane County Jail on suspicion of stealing from a downtown Madison music venue early this morning. 38-year-old Shane Duffy and 27-year-old Joseph Hernandez were caught inside the Sylvie. This was just after midnight. They had poured themselves drinks from the venue bar and were trying to steal electronics and some T-shirts. They are now facing burglary and bail jumping charges.
In Rock County, Janesville police say they were able to make an arrest with the help of a drone earlier this week. Today, the department released the video, which shows them using night vision to find and capture Ryan Weaver, who was wanted for retail theft and violating his parole. Police say the drone allows them to keep officers safe. We will hear from Deputy Chief Terry Sheridan tonight on News 3 Now at 10. The Janesville Gazette reports high levels of lead have been found in water samples collected from 6 of 40 homes tested in Edgerton. Officials with the Edgerton Water Utility say they found no evidence of lead in the water in its 3 wells that deliver water to the city's distribution center. They believe the problem is likely coming from old lead service lines or old in-home plumbing fixtures. The city is investigating the source.
Foxconn announces today it will soon have a home in downtown Madison. The company plans to buy the BMO Harris Bank building on West Main along the Capitol Square. Still haven't officially closed the deal, but both companies say they are confident a deal will be made soon. Our Jamie Perez joins us now with an update on their plans in Wisconsin. Jamie?
Right. Well, Foxconn already has buildings in Racine, Eau Claire, Milwaukee, Green Bay, and now soon to be Madison. The CEO of BMO Harris Bank called this a no-brainer deal. But Foxconn's plans have raised some questions from a lot of people who are eyeing the progress. Some saying the buildings that the company has already bought are empty and have been that way for a while. It raises the question, when are things going to materialize? The deal with the bank still isn't officially closed just yet, but both Foxconn and BMO Harris Bank's CEO said a deal will be made soon. Dr. Alan Young said the goal for Foxconn was to land a signature building that represents their commitment to Madison. We did ask him about the concerns that have been raised regarding these empty buildings that Foxconn has bought in the past and how this plan is any different. And this is what he said.
I appreciate you worrying about these empty buildings. I can assure you they are not empty, but we also don't want people to climb up on trees and look over to make sure that we have occupancy. We don't actually make an effort to acquire buildings to leave them empty. We do have a plan. We actually would make sure that the buildings are adequate and well equipped before we move people in.
Dr. Young also said a lot more will be coming in the next couple of months to a year or so. If and when the plans do materialize, this will be the largest industrial research project in the history of the UW. They said they hope to provide a lot of opportunities for the faculty and students at UW-Madison to advance their research, science, and technology.
All right, Jamie, thank you. In addition to the Innovation Center planned for downtown Madison, Foxconn has purchased buildings in Green Bay, Eau Claire, and downtown Milwaukee as well.
Wisconsin lawmakers have worked out a new contract with the state's version of C-SPAN. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and Senator Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald signed a new 4-year deal with the nonprofit Wisconsin Eye Public Affairs Network. The president of Wisconsin Eye said that no money will be exchanged between the nonprofit and legislature. He says the deal simply allows his group to continue to mount cameras in the state. Wisconsin Eye provides live and archived footage of state capitol proceedings. The Midwest Horse Fair is back in town. The largest 3-day horse fair in the country draws around 60,000 people to the Alliant Energy Center. It brings plenty of traffic, too. The Dane County Sheriff's Department warns drivers both the east and westbound Beltline will be backed up from now until noon tomorrow. The 40th annual Midwest Horse Fair runs through Sunday.
City of Milwaukee has successfully turned the Milwaukee River green. This is in celebration of the Milwaukee Bucks tipping off their playoff run this weekend. Crews used 2 boats pouring a powder dye into the water, and then a 3rd boat agitated the water to help the dye mix in. The Bucks, with an NBA best 60 wins this season, will play their first playoff game Sunday, 6 p.m. against the Detroit Pistons at Fiserv Forum, and we will have live coverage from Milwaukee this weekend.
Next on News 3 Now at 6, he's a homegrown Broadway star coming back to the area to spread a positive message.
Now, a beatboxing Broadway actor from Fort Atkinson is teaching kids to do something good. It's kind of like Black Friday for music fans. The annual Record Store Day is tomorrow. Several local stores are getting involved. Fans of vinyl will be able to buy exclusive albums and vinyl accessories at participating local record stores. B-Side Records on State Street, Mad City Music and Sugar Shack Records in the Atwood neighborhood, and Strictly Discs on Monroe Street. They're all getting involved. The national event has been going on since 2008 as a way to celebrate locally owned record stores. A successful performer with ties to our area pays a visit to Fort Atkinson today, spreading his message of kindness.
Our Madeline O'Neill shows us how he is doing something good.
Kindness is a focus here at Luther Elementary, so much so that they have a kindness board filled with special missions for students, such as open the door for someone. And today they've invited a special guest to help them further that mission.
Comfort a friend who seems sad.
The Fort Atkinson Elementary School even has a new kindness team this year made up of teachers and PTO members with a lesson the kids are picking up on loud and clear.
We've had kids raising money to help families in need. We've had kids just holding the doors open for staff members. We've had older kids helping younger kids.
On this day, students are hearing that same message.
It was nothing like what I expected.
Only a bit amplified.
If you didn't know what beatboxing was and you just came in here and saw him doing that, you'd probably be like, whoa.
You can see a lot of these fifth graders are like, whoa, anyway, watching beatboxer, Broadway star, and teaching artist Chesney Snow.
I spend a great deal of my life, part of it in the classroom with young kids, and the other part touring the world, right?
For Snow, this kind of audience
Here we go.
is the most important.
What I try to do is to use the arts through storytelling, through beatboxing. Here we go. In order to kind of empower them, to make them know that they can be geniuses at something.
Included in the workshop are battles.
Here we go.
Where words and weapons are traded out for love.
We battle out of love, right?
And whoever sins the most comes out on top.
Yes, 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 you did good. Kindness is a superpower, and we all have it. We just gotta give it.
It makes me inspired a lot.
What if we did this? I do it to pay it forward.
Snow knows how difficult it can be for children from when he was young himself.
We didn't really have a place to live when we came to Wisconsin.
A family advocates agency in Platteville helped out.
These people were so kind.
Setting him on his path with a microphone in hand. Now he teaches students just how far their voices can take them.
Make some noise. It's a way for us to actually thrive and to create harmonies, a way to heal yourself and to heal others.
In Fort Atkinson.
It was just a great experience.
Madeline O'Neill.
Love you guys. I'll see you soon.
News 3 Now.
School officials say with the addition of the kindness team, they've noticed less behavioral issues in students. Snow now lives in New York, and after today, he will be heading back home to prepare for his next play.
Make-A-Wish Wisconsin is trying to make an Oconomowoc girl's dream come true. Ashlyn is 7 years old, living with end-stage renal disease. Her wish is to star in a viral music video. People can help her by liking, commenting, and sharing the video with hashtag Ashlyn's Wish on social media. The music video premiered last night in Milwaukee. We have more information on how you can help make Ashlyn's dream come true online at channel3000.com. If you don't like this chilly spring, you're probably not going to like the weekend outlook. Next on News 3 Now.
Ahead, Dave's got a breezy, rainy, and snowy weekend forecast. Without further delay, the first severe weather drill sounded off around 1:45 this afternoon. The National Weather Service and emergency crews around the state tested the warning system ahead of the severe weather season. The sirens were supposed to go off yesterday, but with the storms that moved through this week, it was moved to today.
Meteorologist Dave Caulfield joining us on the backyard patio. You know, it's like too cold, right, for tornadoes, but we did see some lightning out there last night.
Yeah, we have really had it all seasonally over the past couple of days across southern Wisconsin. And I just want to mention there is a second test tornado warning coming up in about 30 minutes at 6:45. So those sirens probably going to go off once again. So when we talk about tornadoes, it is Severe Weather Awareness Week across Wisconsin. What do we mean? It's a good time to review that. The rotating updrafts of air into a thunderstorm, usually funnel-shaped clouds. They can be transparent or they could have a gray or a white color sometimes. Wind speeds can range from anywhere from below 65 miles per hour to upwards of 300 miles per hour. It may seem like the wind is going hundreds of miles per hour today, but these are just straight line wind gusts of about 30 to 40 miles per hour. And most movement is southwest to northeast, and they can move, those tornadoes can move themselves pretty quickly as well. No severe weather expected this weekend across southern Wisconsin, but farther to the south across portions of Arkansas and Louisiana on Saturday, we could be looking at some serious severe weather. A moderate risk issued for portions of northern Louisiana into southern Arkansas, portions of Mississippi as well. So we'll have to watch that very closely. But quiet across southern Wisconsin as we head into tonight and tomorrow. The wind will be a little bit better tomorrow. Still under the effects of the big storm system that has come through and brought us a little bit of everything over the past couple of days. Now we're dealing with the windy conditions. Temperatures across the Midwest in the 30s in Wisconsin. The warmer air has moved farther to the east. Portions of Ohio close to 70 right now. Feels nice. I don't think we'll get anywhere near there just yet, but towards the end of this month, we could be seeing the 70s return to southern Wisconsin. Wow, that wind is pretty strong. And you can see on the wind gusts of about 35 to 45 miles per hour across portions of the Midwest. Live look in Platteville on the Queen Bee Radio Skycam. The clouds have really not moved all that much today, and the same goes for in Madison on the Edgewater Skycam. Highs about 15 degrees below normal for this time of year. Right now, we're at 38 degrees, feeling like the upper 20s, though, in Madtown. The future cast for tonight becoming partly cloudy, still a little bit breezy with temperatures near 30. I think that breeze will be better tomorrow, but still we could be looking at winds of about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And tonight, wind gusts of about 25 miles per hour are possible as temperatures dip into the lower 30s. We should see some clearing of skies into tomorrow, partly sunny skies with highs in the mid to upper 40s. Still chilly for this time of year, and some rain and snow showers not out of the question, especially across southeastern Wisconsin as we get into Sunday. No accumulation is expected for much of south central Wisconsin. That may become a little bit of a different story closer to Milwaukee and Kenosha. 10-day forecast looking at the 50s returning on Monday, and then April showers returning by Wednesday, Thursday into early Friday. At this point, Easter is looking nice with temperatures in the mid-60s.
If you want to get a look at the Badger football team, you can watch them for free tomorrow. We'll tell you about a busy day on campus in sports. Back in 1982, they had the Crazy Legs run, the spring football game, and Butch's Bologna Bash all in the same day. But a lot has changed since then. The Bologna Bash is no longer. The Crazy Legs run is at the end of this month. And this year, there's not even a spring football game. But tomorrow is a big day around the stadium. From 9 to noon, there's a Badger Kids Fair from 9 to noon at the McLean Center. You can enter gates 2 or 3 of Camp Randall Stadium. From 10:30 to 11:30 at the Fieldhouse, Director of Athletics Barry Alvarez will have a town hall question and answer session that you can attend. And at 11:30, no spring game, but a practice that's open to the public. It'll run about 2 hours. Then Paul Chris, Jonathan Taylor, and Chris Orr will address the fans. So while almost every other school has a spring game, Wisconsin won't.
It never was, or it stopped. I don't know really when it stopped, but stopped kind of becoming a game. And so you want to have something where it's open. So that's what we're going to have, hopefully an open. And then people don't have to pay money for it. They just come in and hopefully see it. But you're not misrepresented by calling it a spring game.
The Bucks begin the NBA playoffs Sunday in Milwaukee. The number 1 seed faces the number 8 seed in Game 1 at Fiserv Forum at 6 Sunday night. That's the Detroit Pistons. Game 2 is Wednesday before the series goes back to Detroit for Sunday and Monday. There's every reason to believe the Bucks can do something in the playoffs this year, despite their rather disappointing playoff history. The Bucks haven't won a playoff series since they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2001. But now they've made the playoffs 3 straight seasons and look to break through with a few series wins this season.
Well, I think we're a more confident team right now. First place in the league, 16 wins, and we have home court. So I think all those together gives us just a lot more confidence to forget about the things in the past in some ways, just keep moving forward.
Marquette's Marcus Howard won't go to the NBA draft this year. Howard posted on Twitter this morning he's looking forward to being with the Golden Eagles next season. And why not? Marquette will likely be a preseason top 10 team next year with Howard, the Hausers, Theo John, and Sakar Annam all coming back. Pro football and Packers Hall of Famer Forrest Gregg died today at age 85. Gregg was one of the greatest offensive linemen ever. In fact, Vince Lombardi once called Gregg the best player he ever coached. Gregg also was an NFL head coach with Cincinnati, Cleveland, and the Packers. After a day off, the Brewers back to work tonight, opening a series in Los Angeles against the Dodgers just after 9. The Brewers have slipped to 8-5 in the season. They're now tied for first in the Central with the Cardinals. At windy Wrigley Field, the Cubs are starting to put it together a little bit. Against the Angels, they hit 4 homers. Wilson Contreras hit 2 of them. They went 443 and 460 feet. Cole Hamel pitches well to get the win. Final score, Cubs 5, Angels 1. Second round of the Masters is just wrapping up. 5 tied for the top, including Brooks Koepka and Jason Day, and Tiger Woods just 1 shot out of the lead. Now, like most baseball teams, the San Francisco Giants have ball boys or girls that retrieve foul balls down the line. The Giants have a ball dude named Don Rohde. He's 82 years old, and sometimes it takes him a little bit longer than others to get the foul ball. But he eventually gets there.
Oh.
And there it is.
Goodness.
He's 82.
Got to be a huge crowd favorite.
Bald. Yeah, take a couple days off after that. But look at him smiling, give him a little guy.
Oh, makes the kids happy.
Bald.
All right, so we got the Masters this weekend, right, on CBS, and you're saying maybe some severe weather to keep an eye on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday we could see some storms over closer to Augusta. Not really for us. We'll be dealing with a chilly and somewhat cloudy weekend. I think a little bit of sunshine comes our way tomorrow. The cloud's really stubborn right now with temperatures in the upper 30s and with wind gusts in the 30s as well. It feels like it's winter outside. We could see a little more sign of winter on Sunday with some rain and snow showers. I can barely get that out because I don't want to talk about it, but we have to. Some rain and snow showers on Sunday. Temperatures in the low 50s by Monday with partly sunny skies. Then we're in the 60s briefly Tuesday before April rain showers come back Wednesday, Thursday, and for the first part of Friday with temperatures in the 50s as we head into next weekend.
And hopefully next weekend a little bit better.
Yes.
For us. Can't get much worse. Dave, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.